You're listening to Under a Blood Red Moon, a Werewolf the Apocalypse actual play by Hallowed Haven Studios. Previously on Under a Blood Red Moon. We set off to find a verbena to possibly hunt and kill. First, we had to let the Valkyries and Smiling Buddhas know when to meet the rest of the Nightfold leaders of Vancouver. To do that, we sent a $20 fax, which seems like a lot of money to me, but perhaps things are more expensive in Canada. Our next stop was to leave an interesting body at the ER for the Prince of Vancouver. Charlie and Eyes led the guy we found outside and scarred the man using something Eyes called shadow cutting, carved the day and time right into the man's skin. Thankfully, I was there to make sure he was a ghoul. It helped that he smelled a bit like the prince, so I'm pretty certain he's related to him. With a magic detecting stick, we set off out east and parked Winnie just outside the city to let the magic stick do its thing. Took a bit, but we found a dense thicket that caused some confusion. What Eisen saw didn't seem to be nearly as much of an impediment to Charlie, thanks to his gift, which changed how he saw things. I was the first one to go through, and the hardest part about it was the toll it took on my head, but we all eventually made it out just the same. The ground opened up into a staircase of sorts, and led us down into the cave where the verbena lived. After some discussion, we discovered that Lydia not only broke the litany, but set up the attack on the city from the Volnus. She led the Special Projects divisions right to it, and formed an agreement with Shantar, the Incarna of the Celestine Neptune, which is why nobody seems to know her deed name. The mage is doing a ritual that's gotten rid of it, and whenever she tries to stop of her own accord, she's hurt physically.
Hi, I'm Arinoth, and I'm playing Twice Lived, the Homid Get a Fenris Philodox.
Hello, I'm Bloodied Porcelain, and I'm playing Junkyard-Bitch, a Homid Bonar Theurge.
Hi, I'm Bookkeeper, and I'm playing Charlie Fang-Banger, the Homid Glasswalker Galliard.
Hi, I'm Gavin Cash, and I'm playing Eyes in the Dark, a Metis Shadow Lord Arun.
And I'm your Storyteller, Vironz. Last we left off, the boys were just leaving the Verbena's hideout and heading back to Winnie. And the trip back is as uneventful as the trip to the thicket was. You guys were able to get back into Winnie and make your way back to the the park and rest area where all the other travelers are.
Yep.
It's about nighttime yet again. JV's been gone for almost a full day. And as you guys park up, you do see her on the side of the road.
Winnie doesn't have that sensitive a pedal anyway. Yeah.
And you do so. JB, you see Winnie.
Once she's on board, Charlie will start driving again. She preferred to go by Crystal Lady.
The verbena, Charlie. Or eyes.
I think what Eyes might be remembering is Lydia has a spirit coming by to check up on her every now and again. The Valkyries want you to challenge Lydia for the positions she currently occupies.
So it could be both. So it could be kick your ass, it could be prove you're a better Theurge, or it could be both. The idea of proving you're better Theurge probably be best suited to the idea of you summoning, like, let's say you're summoning a spirit and that you summon and bring and tame a bigger, better, badder spirit than she does. As example for that, the combat, you could definitely choose a champion. Might make you look a little bit less tough, but as far as you know, as far as everybody in the pack knows, Lydia has untold power. She could be incredibly strong. You know that she is of higher rank than you, than all of you, and that she has somehow had knowledge about you guys that you have not given. Twice. Charlie, you guys are being really quiet. Is there anything that you two are thinking about or possibly talking about with each other?
Charlie is focused on driving until they're parked back at the camp.
Yeah, I was. The only difficult part is proving it.
I'd say, from my point of view, this is less a matter of corruption and more a matter of betrayal.
I'd say around now is when you guys pull into the campsite.
Charlie parks, turns off the RV. It does. Spoils the bunch. Rotten apple spoils the bunch. So here's the deal, such as it is. It's JB's choice what she wants to do. But whether it's her or some other member of the Sept of the Valkyries tomorrow, someone's going to challenge Lydia Ashworth with the evidence and accusations we put together. Lydia Ashworth goes down. The leader of the Great Cairn is weakened. The leader of the Great Cairn is weakened. The Smiling Buddhas can play Kingmaker, either for him or for their chosen replacement. And the Sept of the Valkyries have either one of their own or an ally, says, nodding to JB, in place at the Great Cairn, thereby ensuring they have the representation that they're after. It's your show. I had a thought. Call a vote. For who should hold the office. No one likes her. It's the one place all of her experience doesn't hold up to the fact that she's a rule-breaking, lying, conniving bitch who's been taking stuff that isn't hers. Challenger can declare the standards of the challenge. I bet not. You seem to forget that your pack has been working on your behalf. Yep. That's true. Like I said, it was a thought. I don't know.
Does that mean you're taking the mirror outside? Yeah, the windows. The mirror. Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. Go ahead and roll to step sideways. And diff 5. Roll your permanent gnosis. So roll. Okay, so it's going to be at diff 3. And you need to either roll your current gnosis or spend a gnosis. Okay. Okay. The next thing I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you roll perception and primal urge. And that is to hunt down a big bad spirit. As for everyone else, though, what are you guys talking about in the RV? Or are you guys just going to go straight to bed, having just lots of awkward silence?
Yeah, what's up? 2 days ago, I said, we need to talk. She ran away. She comes back tonight and then asks me, do I want her to stay? I don't have an immediate answer for her, so she gets upset and walks away again. I don't know what to do with that. Here's what I think. I think she's going to decide to do what she wants to do. And I think that my opinion on that matter doesn't really matter. I think we have a job due to tomorrow. I think we're going to do it. And then we'll see. Oh, yeah, we absolutely are. I don't know. Oh, yeah. If I can live with getting the name Fang-Banger, I can live with anything. I know where to find you guys. Thanks. But I appreciate you saying it all the same. What's that? Mm-hmm. Yep. No. Yeah, it's just our 4 words against hers, and really our 3 words because JB didn't hear that part. On the other hand, as noted, Lydia is already unpopular. I don't know how much evidence we need if we make a compelling argument. I feel confident, big guy, that either when we accuse her of shit or when she loses, you're gonna get your chance. We do. But contra bear, some wounds don't heal. You just have to learn from the scar. That too. What's thought? Maybe. All right. I'm going to go sit and smoke for a while. Got to get some sleep. It's a full day tomorrow.
Okay, so I have 2 people staying up waiting for JB. Do I have a third also waiting? It definitely will. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a while. It's probably gonna be about 3 to 4 hours before JB comes back. We are waiting on one more roll before I can say definitively.
After 2 hours, Charlie goes to bed.
Okay. Eyes, can I have you? Eyes, can I have you roll your nightmares, please? And what time is everyone hoping to wake up at? Yes. Oh my god, yeah, it is. So okay. Tell me in DMs what you want. I want it to be a little bit of a surprise. Okay. It is probably going to be about 4 or 5 in the morning when you do get back, JB. As for Ice's nightmares, let's see. Picking up from your last nightmare, I believe you were almost being consumed by the green flame, by the balefire. You are now running in big panting sweat. You're stuck in your Hamid form. It feels like you're weakest. It feels alien to you, especially in this dream. It feels nightmare. It feels not, feels alien. You're running from it as you could feel it starting to lick at your feet and burn. And you have this horrible, horrible sense of dread that you are going to be the one who brings the apocalypse, who brings the perfect menace. And you start hearing that all around you. that you're going to be the end. You're going to be the end of it all. That you are going to bring the world into ruin. And the more you run, the tired you get naturally, and the fire starts to come up close to you. You can feel it burning your back as it's starting to spread on the clothes that you're wearing. Yeah, and I think you are screaming out loud as JB comes back. JB, as you are helping Eyes, you notice that the fire in his eyes is incredibly dimmed. His eyes look basically normal. No, but you know it's not right. Because no Metis has ever been healed of their deformity before. Charlie, do you have woken up to this?
Oh yeah.
Sitting and watching?
Nope. Lying there and listening, not intervening.
Okay. I'm assuming Twice is doing the same, possibly. All right. What time is everyone hoping to wake up, by the way?
I have set my alarm for 8 a.m.
I will also have you roll your nightmares. Correct. All right. Everybody wakes up to the sound of Charlie's alarm at 8 a.m. I think everybody's just feeling slightly on edge. I mean, the air in the RV itself feels cold. And Charlie, it's cold, but feels also empowering to you. But specifically you, it feels empowering too.
Charlie pops up and cooks breakfast.
Steak and eggs, bacon and eggs.
Yes.
Steak and bacon.
Yep.
Yes. Still the same as they were when he was having his nightmares. Yes. Because you got to remember, she fixed your eyes a slight bit. But yeah, none of you have told JB that the Verbena did that yet. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, the wizard did that. Told her not to, but that's how. Said she was gonna fix his eyes. So she said. Big guy, I know 1,000 different ways to describe you. Perfect has never been one of them. Yeah. Charlie will step outside, light a cigarette. Okay. Okay. Cool. We're going to spend the first part of the day getting space set up, so you can nap if you need to. Nobody will be there till this afternoon.
Okay.
You appear. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, both of them. Both of them already said they'd be happy to stay too. When the Valkyries brought it up, I haven't decided yet. Well, not to put too fine a point on it, but your opinion on what I do next vanished when you ran away again. Not. And yesterday? Right?
No. JB also might have assumed that everybody saw.
It does. It does. But you come right back and ask me whether I want you to stay, and I don't have an immediate answer for you, and you get mad again. I tried. Do you want to stay? How are you expecting me to have an answer when you don't and it's your life? I have about 12-hour. Yeah, I have about a 12-hour head start on you. I don't know how many times we're going to have to fight for you to make you see what you're worth. But I'm hoping it's just one more, because that may be all I got left. We should go. Charlie will climb back into the Winnebago.
All right. Assuming heading off to the meeting site to make sure it's
Yep.
all prepped.
Indeed.
Yeah, it takes say about an hour because you're just going straight across town. So in the end, this isn't necessarily small city. But you arrive, it's about, I'd say, 10 or 11 a.m. because of that time. And it seems to be empty at the moment. Almost like there was like some sort of manifest put to the like dockyard to say like, hey, keep this area cleared for this day.
Sure does. Let's start organizing some spools. Anything that doesn't have cable or wire on it anymore. I'm going to make some tables.
Okay, there's definitely a few things like that around.
Once we have that, we'll get some chairs together. Put them in a big, kind of like a horseshoe. I want an open space on one end for people to come in and be able to talk to everybody at once.
Sorry, I just had a brain fart. What's the next thing you're doing after setting up the empty spools as tables? Just making some chairs?
Yeah, once we do that, we'll get some chairs.
All right. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Is there any spiritual preparations you guys want to do? Or perhaps have certain areas covered so that way there's a surprise attacks or anything?
Lurk as you will, big guy. I need to talk to one of the cruise ships. Give me a second. I'm going to turn on persuasion. As soon as I remind myself what that die pool is.
Yeah, make sure you increase the difficulty for that, for the clip you're carrying.
That just that reduces my gnosis.
Oh, right. Yeah, this isn't a gnosis roll.
Yep. Okay, so yay! And with my social difficulties lowered, I'm going to talk to any cruise ship staff I can find and see if I can get them to let me borrow one of their big tarp tents. Since it's the middle of January, probably there are no cruises coming out. I'd be happy to pay them, but we could really use a big tent to cover our little meeting.
Yeah, there's a guy you find, and as you're explaining your like that you'd be willing to pay, because like, no, man, you're good. You don't need to pay. I trust you.
That's lovely of you to say, but just in case, put it to you this way: why don't you hold on to this $200, and if there's any damage to the tent, then that'll cover it. The rest is your fee.
Okay.
Thanks. You're my hero.
All right. So you got your tent, you got area covered. Yep. Again, spiritual stuff you guys want to do? Any rites? Gifts? Anything else?
Once JB wakes up, I will ask her if there's anything she wants to do. But
All right. Generally, the rest of the time is uneventful. You guys do get a few stares from other people as you know, this whole makeshift meeting area. And unless you guys do anything else, once it becomes closer to 3:30ish in the afternoon is when you start seeing some of the Valkyries show up. And one of them is, well, one is carrying a staff and another a spear. And then the other is just kind of... Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and do the roll, which is... Oh, I just had it. You can do it in the area. It causes rain. It's the big one that like would require a lot more time. Like the right of the open sky would be quite a lot more. No. Correct. Um. So we're gonna do it at standard difficulty for now. You are supposed to be rolling. It is a... Oh, goddamn! I literally just tell me what type of right it is. I just like I was looking at it and then I scrolled and then I left. It's right of accord. Charisma rituals difficult. Yeah, charisma rituals. Yeah, it's either based on the type of right or it gives you a dice pool in the system. And the mystic would only apply to mystic rituals. Difficulty standard. Okay. Yeah, as you do so before they arrive, it kind of then starts to begin to like rain all like almost selectively around this like meeting place. Anyone who... Well, actually, no. I'm going to give this specifically to Twice. Twice, it smells. For you, it smells extremely like petrichor. Smell of rain. Smell before rain. Everybody else, you just get the vague scent and feeling, but Twice, you get it very strong. But as I was saying before, the Valkyries arrive around 3:30-ish p.m. It's three women. One is holding a staff, one is holding a spear, and the other flanking the one with the staff on the right. She holds nothing. The one with the staff is the old wizened lady who was the right master when you guys were contacting Juno.
JB, your Nana's here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so they say hi, they give the kind introductions, and they kind of look for like where to sit. And the old lady is gonna like look to Charlie, just gonna like, where should I sit?
Big side.
Oh. Okay. And she's just gonna like find a place to sit, and just she looks kind of awkward about it, but she's just gonna sit down. The next people to show up are actually from the Great Cairn. And they're about 15 or so minutes after the Valkyries show up. You see the Sept leader, the kind of old man, the very traditional silver fang look. He's even wearing a pelt of a deer over him, kind of to in the very regal fashion. Though still, it's a pelt. So, and beside him beside him is Lydia, and the other Sept leader that Twice and JB were talking to. Lydia looks not entirely happy when she spots JB. But there is some hopefulness in her eyes that everyone else can see. All right. And then on the dot, Webwalker will show up all by themselves. So, Mr. Moore, we're all here, we're all gathered. Is there anything you would like to say before we get into our arguments?
Yeah. Before Webwalker goes into the tent, there's gonna come a moment where the leader of the Great Cairn is going to lose their key support. And at that moment, you will get to choose who you want to be in charge, and they will know they owe you.
Interesting. And who would you suggest that I back up? Or should I follow the lead of the Valkyries?
If Valkyries have an opinion, that might not be a bad shout, but I trust you to know your own interests better than I do.
You suggested we come with an open mind. We are here with an open mind.
Peachy.
With that, they'll wait for you to step aside, and they will enter the tent. With that, everybody, we are going to go to our break.
Thank you for watching Under a Blood Red Moon. If you enjoy this story, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to follow more of our content. You can find all of our actual plays on our website at www.hallowedhavenstudios.com. Please consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/hallowedhavenstudios. Your support helps make more stories like this possible.
Welcome back, everybody. As we see ourselves in the, as we come into the tent, as everybody is there.
Okay, before we go in the tent, Charlie is going to call the pack together. All right, huddle up. All right, he goes like this. Twice, you lay the accusation, then I'll tell the story. If that doesn't provoke her into an immediate fight, JB, that's when you'll issue the challenge. Got it? All right, let's go.
As you guys walk in, you see the leaders of each of the seps sitting at the table. Your great Cairn and the Valkyries, the leaders are flanked by two of their subordinates. You guys know Lydia. You guys, JB and Twice, have talked to the others, sept leader for the Great Cairn. And you guys know the Valkyries as well. Webwalker, god damn it. Webwalker is the only one who's alone, and they seem incredibly comfortable.
Thank you all for coming. We're here today to hash out some differences and to try and get everybody on a singing from the same sheet of music before we talk to a bunch of leeches. But before we do that, my Philodox has something to say.
You guys could see Lydia start tensing up ever so slightly. Her gaze, as she's now staring right back at you, does send a bit of a shiver down your spine. No. Yeah.
Charlie will step into the center of the horseshoe and clap his hands. And I'm going to spend a point of willpower to use Command the Gathering. I roll appearance plus leadership. Difficulty equals the highest willpower among those whose attention I seek to gain. So the highest willpower in the group.
Okay. Difficulty 8.
8. Figured it might be. That's all right. I don't need much. 2 is enough. So as Charlie recites from memory verbatim their conversation with Delphine Summers, no one can interrupt him unless they spend at least 2 points of willpower to do so.
You see her. It's very clear to all of you and the Valkyries, not so much to the Great Cairn leader or Webwalker. But she is clenching her jaw. You can see the tightness in the muscles as the jaw goes up and slightly around the temple as well. She's just staring. From now having her ice cold gaze on Twice, it is now on you, Charlie. She's not going to interrupt you.
Can I try and provoke her into a frenzy?
Sure.
So I refer to her as this litany-breaking slaver calling herself a representative of the Guru Nation. Tell me what you want. I have a rhetoric specialty in expression. If you want that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you expression and manipulation.
Sure.
Because you are trying to manipulate and goad her into a frenzy.
What's difficulty?
Let's go for 8 again.
Okay.
You're going against her willpower.
Is my persuasion still active?
Yes.
So that will drop it by 1. And I put on the exact same smirk that got me hit the other day.
Okay.
5 successes.
Listen here. You snot-nosed, sniveling rat.
Now, to do that, she did have to spend 2 points of willpower.
Oh, she's waiting for you to be done talking.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure who you're referring to. I do not know anybody named by the name of Delphi Summers. And I surely would never have worked for anyone that supports Pentex or the destruction of our nation. And I can't believe that any of you would dare accuse me of such.
Normally, I'd take exception to being called a liar, especially in my role as the voice and memory of my pack. But I think these elders here can see that for themselves. And I think someone else has something to say to you.
The Great Cairn leader looks shocked, angry, frustrated, and he snaps his neck at her, glares, and for the first time you guys see her cower just a little bit. And he's going to look at JB. This is a challenge. This is a promise. With the rain pouring down around you guys, you hear the pitter-patter on the tarp. I have business to attend to in the cairn. And having my own private cairn, having my own private space is nothing to be ashamed of by any means. And the fact that there was a worm-tainted... And if there was a worm-tainted creature there, which I honestly don't even know, you could be lying out of your own damn little rat mouth. It was there because I was too busy helping the Great Cairn, the greatest cairn out of the entire Americas. He will nod solemnly. Go like, and he will say to the audience, "She was gone," which she will take a step back from everybody else and say, "I was gone." Fine. I accept your challenge. State your terms. Sure. Hmm. Oh. Oh dear, you're about to humiliate yourself. The leader of the Great Cairn is going to stand up and motion for everybody to leave the tent. As he does that, he's saying, "Binding spirits usually happens in the Umbra. With the rain, I'm sure that we can all step sideways and witness." I need you to roll diff 7. Are you gonna bring your pack? Diff 5 with glasses on. Actually, no. You would need to activate them. It's been an A night since you've used them. Give me a second. 7. And you need a success. Yeah, you're good. Are you bringing your pack with you in this as well? Not harder at all. Yeah, there's no increased difficulty. It's not exactly a flex. It's the benefit of having a totem, but yeah, to pull your pack with you. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. It's a matter of 10 seconds. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. And as you cross over instantly, you need to wait about 10 seconds to a minute for everyone to cross over. Lydia was instant, where the other two members of the Great Cairn took about a minute, with the Valkyries and Webwalker taking about 10 seconds each, respectively. Correct? In the shape of Hamid form at the moment, yeah. Level up. Yeah, and as everybody's crossed over, This is the first time you guys are seeing Lydia in the Umbra as well. And she is pure ice. She is this moving ice sculpture. And frankly, to everybody, it is stunning. She looks beautiful like this. But her features are, especially for her face, are more defined than JB's, as, you know, her form is a solid, where JB's is a gas. So, Junkyard-Bitch, do you need me to summon the spirits for you, or do you have one on retainer? Yep. And it's a little bit frustrating for the other Garu there, but they don't seem too displeased. I mean, all these spirits that are gathering around you are wild-esque, friendly definitely, but they're wild-esque, but city tainted, so Weaver tainted. The only one who looks genuinely happy with all the spirits is Webwalker, because Webwalker is a true glasswalker. No. No. But yeah, she's Lydia's going, all right, let the challenge begin. As she goes into a kneeling position and mutters a few words. And all of you, except for JB, have this aura of cold wash over all of you. And then you see it as well as the mist gathers. And it begins to form and looks like these threads that are, then it goes into these threads of mist that start to bind and weave into this being that is easily as tall as all of you in Krynos form. It's going to say, Miss Ashworth, why do you call on me? I call on you so that I can bind you and use you and help defeat a pestilent little bratty bitch. Miss Ashworth, I cannot be bound for you. Then it looks over to JB.
Oops.
It's very strange for everybody else looking, because the spirit knows, but not everybody else, because you are a technically incorporeal form. Yes.
Her job, big guy. She's doing her job.
Yes, Junkyard-Bitch. I will allow you to bind me into your service. What would you have me do? She is distraught and frustrated, and you have about 5 seconds before she lashes out at you. You could tell that you have the briefest amount of time to give a command. Okay.
Eyes,
That is delightfully vague.
be ready.
Yeah. Okay, I need to pull up the exact thing. Yeah, I wasn't totally expecting that, but it's perfect. So it very quickly, but all of you recognize it. Will begin kind of like it'll summon a thread of mist and start like weaving it very, very, very quickly, and it turns into a trident. And this trident is exceedingly tall. This is easily like 12 feet tall, and it's humongous. And Lydia gets up and tries to lunge at JB as the trident stabs down. And the middle... All right. And the middle part bisects Lydia almost perfectly. And there is a gasp let out by a couple of the Valkyries. And the Sept leader as well. And then it doesn't need to do anything more as cracks begin to form in Lydia's spirit form. And it's...
Hey, eyes. He got forked. Yeah, eyes. I saw it.
I will let the others know what you have done. Jupiter will be proud. As it dissipates and the cracks that were forming on Lydia widen and then shatter and turn into mist, and then nothing, as her form is gone. Yeah. Yeah, diff 3. It's something that you barely need to roll, but if you want, go ahead. And Jesus fuck. Yeah. And as you all go back, it takes about a minute in total for everyone else to come back. You don't know if there was any talking or if they were just taking longer to cross through the gauntlet. But
You did great. All right. Well, sadly, the easy part's done. Now we got to talk.
The rest of the leaders cross over, and then the Valkyries and Webwalker are the first ones to enter the tent. The Great Cairn Sept leader and his subordinate wait and look at JB.
Harley makes eye contact with Webwalker.
They will give. No, it's okay. They're gonna look at you for about like 30 seconds. It's kind of awkward. Webwalker will give the ever so slightest faintest nod to Charlie. But as for the Great Cairn people, the leader will say, "So, you wish to replace her? The position does not need to be permanent. Just long enough for you to train a successor. Though, of course, you are always welcome to stay." They are welcome too. Exposing corruption and doing what you all have done is good. Do I need to toss Charlie a monologue token? No.
Charlie.
No. I'm just trying to get Charlie to talk.
Charlie, there's a long silence, then just a yes.
Much appreciated. You do not need to take. That can be arranged and dealt with accordingly, as we have with all other leaders. We are not assuming that you will take on the rest of her roles, only as the master of the right. Let us join the others. And he'll walk in first. And then the other elder.
Go ahead. Go sit down, Master of the Right.
The subleader will look very confused as you're like standing by him if you do. And so does the other elder. Like, they just look very confused. If you no, if you stand next to the sept leaders of the Great Cairn, they will look very confused if you do so. Okay. As the rest of you go in, the rest of the leaders for the city will look to Charlie first. Is there any other matters you wish to bring up? Webwalker is going to say.
No, I think that's it. But I figure you all have some business to get to, and we have till 11.
As I wish to not have to monologue by myself for like 20 minutes discussing all the details, no. That was just a prompt. So the Great Cairn is conceding to a lot of the ideas that the Valkyries are bringing up, specifically in relation to what they want to do in the city proper, and Webwalker is taking notes and is offering some logistical opportunities, and talking specific like money amounts for what the Valkyries want to do to help provide support for women and those who are in abusive relationships or perhaps need any form of mental counseling. And they Webwalker even floats the idea by herself of perhaps starting a drug rehabilitation center for those who wish to get sober. Then the Valkyries will bring up to the Great Cairn how they want more respect within the city as well, in the dealings going on between each seps, and they agree to the sept leader agrees to do so, and even apologizes for past actions upon the idea of them being manipulated by Lydia. And the conversations last until about 10 p.m., where the Great Cairn leader offers up. Perhaps we should all take a snack break. Talking and having meetings for this long is draining.
Yeah, sure.
And they all disperse for a bit, under the promise of being back before 11. Sure. No, I'm going to let you start. Hi, dear. Or, I guess, fellow Right Master. Most likely, someone who isn't like you. In the kindest ways possible. Perhaps someone like your ancestor. Perhaps you can consult her, or Perhaps you can consult. It is. Consult her. Perhaps invite her to share your eyes. I can eat later. How are you doing? Well, why do you think that is? Pack natures change over time, as do people, as have you. Even in the brief bit that I have known you, you have changed. She'll chuckle kind of deeply as well. Oh, I take no offense to it. I was young once. I wanted to tell all the people who were in the position I'm in now to stuff it deep inside their assholes. Once I even threatened someone that I would reach in and pull out their stomach. Through the... Boy, if you are gonna eavesdrop, come closer. I do not have the energy to shout. I used to... She did very good. I was not expecting the Incarna of Neptune to come bitch slap and kill that awful, horrendous woman. The Celestines operate with a lot of wrath. I imagine that their court is going to have a meeting. Shantar will most likely be punished for aiding. Well, it's not necessarily its fault. Punishment is still needed. It's above all of ours. And she'll just gesture to literally like the whole area, just kind of basically saying, mere mortals cannot comprehend. Smart. You probably could have done the one that you're affiliated with as well. I might have paid... Poetic, yes. thrill of seeing two Incarna battle each other in front of our very eyes. Or perhaps have the one of Jupiter provoke Lydia and shock her. Like your little lightning. Perhaps if it shocked her, oh, I would have laughed so much. I might have peed a little. No, it just would have been very fitting. Indeed. Neptune will have to deal with the other Celestines. May not be great for them. But we won't see it. Indeed. Indeed. Charlie.
Yep.
As you... Well, where are you going in particular first?
When everybody breaks, Charlie will go back to Winnie.
You're going to get a message on your pager. I'm outside on the other side of the door. On the other side of Winnie from the door. Or your Winnebago, I should say.
He will hop through the driver's side seat, pop open the door, step out.
You see Web Walker there. Not that it probably wasn't really much of a surprise to you.
Yep.
Mr. Moore. Did you want me to throw
Yes.
my weight behind your companion?
I think the bigger point was for you to pick which sept leader you wanted to back, but he's worth supporting.
I trust the Valkyries more than the Great Cairn, only because they are of smaller numbers. It's less to keep track of.
And they trust her. So.
Which means I trust the Great Cairn for now.
I had to get over people calling me whatever a long time ago. Charlie's fine. You should talk to Twice. I think if anything, this whole endeavor shows off the problem of tribes and their septs being a little too insular. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not going to be around that long.
It's disappointing to hear you won't be around that long. However, to extend the job offer to your packmate.
I'll let him know. Cheers. Charlie will climb back in and wait for the pack so that they can go get dinner. Hey, you want Chinese food or the others? Why? the barest hint of a grin. I will take your terms under advisement. No. We're, well, then tell the other two to stop laughing and get in here. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is there any other business you guys would like to talk about?
All right. No one kill the vampire unless I say so. We'll wait inside for the vampire to come. It's raining. I gotta wait on the rain for that bozo.
You guys see Prince Siegfried walk up, and he is all by himself, and he is wearing a impeccable suit. He nods and walks in.
Come on in. Sit down. In addition to our little pack, these fine ladies have also agreed to help you out with your little problem. If you can provide us with information relating to the Special Projects Division and their various shell companies. If you can't, well,
I can gather information. I do not have it handy or in my head at the moment.
I will recall the name of the company that was trying to build the toy factory. Nope. But there were plans in there, so I presume they would have had a name on them. Yeah, I need to know who they were, who they are now, and what other faces they're hiding behind. Well, as soon as you provide it, we'll be happy to help you with your population problem. Hmm.
We will find and
Ducky. I'm going to cast a glance over to the other Garu. Does anyone seem a little verklempt at that idea? Like it might drag a skeleton out of the closet. Hmm. As far back as go ahead. As far back as you can go. That'd be great. I don't think we're that excited to get your medical care anyway. No. Seen it the other way around, though.
He's looking at, as Siegfried is saying this, he's kind of trying to get a read on all of your guys' faces when you hear this.
Charlie is keeping as tight a poker face as he can. No, we heard you. We will take your warning under advisement. All right, Jamie, I will turn them over to you as you seem. Not unless you have something. Great. Thanks for stopping by.
Chewy. If you need equipment in the future, come find me. I would also like to enlist your help for once. Once you look like the Arun of the pack. We do have Good try.
Well, do I have great news for you?
Thank you for listening to Under a Blood Red Moon, a Werewolf the Apocalypse actual play by Hallowed Haven Studios. Storytelling for this actual play is provided by Vironz. Junkyard-Bitch is played by Bloodied Porcelain, Fang-Banger by Bookkeeper, Eyes in the Dark by Gavin Cash, Twice Lived by Arinoth. Our intro music is Astral Body by Ace. Our art is by Altior, or DEOBU0400. Editing is by Termite.